Hello everybody, my name is TotalNerdStatus, and today I have some Final Stand gameplay. I finally got some gameplay together for you guys. I'm going to make a commentary. I hope everyone's having an amazing Thanksgiving. So this is Hangar 21. I thought it was called Hangar 18 for some reason. My mind's set on like Black Ops 1, I think it is, but regardless. This is a Hangar 21, one of the new Final Stand maps, and it's definitely my favorite map for the Final Stand as far as Conquest goes, just because it has a lot of open space. Like a good 3/4 of the map, if not more, is an open area with a bunch of these little buildings like this. And then they have the one area at the very top of the hill to my left up there, which is the actual hangar, and the inside of that just has like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 different levels that you can get on top of, and it gets pretty hectic. And that's actually where team deathmatch is, which I kind of don't really like. I mean, I realize I kind of, I understand why they would put it up in that area. Just because it's the most hectic and it's not quite as exciting. If it wouldn't be quite as exciting if it was outside in this open area, but I love it in Conquest because it's a great contrast. And but I actually don't like it in Team Deathmatch just because it has so many different levels that once somebody gets to the very top, the highest level of the hangar, then it gets pretty hectic, and it's just, there's no way of taking them down, especially because I've been playing in hardcore lately, and it's just, it's mostly for sniping, because you really can't get a hit marker with a sniper in hardcore. Yeah, kind of cheating, I know, but excuse me. So yeah, Hangar 21 is definitely my favorite map in Conquest for Final Stand. I love all of the Final Stand maps, to be quite honest. I think my least favorite would be Operation Whiteout, which is the one that we're on right now, just because it's my least favorite. The only reason it's my least favorite, I still like it, but it's my least favorite because it's in the open and it's all snowy and it's really bright, and eventually like a snowstorm comes through and just blocks your field of view, like you can't see 50 feet in front of you, and it's brutal, which I guess is kind of, it's a cool effect, but it's too bright for my taste, and so that's why I don't really like it. But I did get a couple of really lucky kills on this map with RPGs that you've already seen one already, and then I almost get this vehicle here. I end up dying. But, okay, so this is the other one. So he's flying over here. But this map is very fun. It has a bunch of objectives. I love the way the objectives are placed. Just because it plays out like Battlefield 3, to be honest, because the objectives are placed on the opposite sides of the map, and they're not too close together, but they're also not too far apart, and there's a bunch of verticality. Like, you can get on top of these glaciers that are all around me, and it's not as unbalanced as you would think, because you can just sneak up behind, and there's anyone who's on there, and there's so many glaciers that you can get on top of that are a little bit taller or much taller than the other ones, and the verticality is just genius in this map, and that's why I like it. But like I said, the only reason I don't is just because of the snowstorm, and just because it's a little too snowy for my taste. But the objectives are placed brilliantly. They're dispersed very well throughout the map. You really can't, like, if you have none of the objectives, you can easily get half of the objectives within a couple of minutes if you know how to get your guys on track, because there are certain objectives that you can go for, like the one I'm on now is probably the most crucial to have, just because you can have all these glaciers all around me that you can get on top of and snipe from, and as long as the snowstorm's not blowing through, you have a great view of the rest of the map, and if you're a great sniper, it's a very good outlook. Excuse me. And then the rest of the objectives, like a bunch of the objectives have these little like buildings and stuff around them to help them capture a bit easier, but the ones that don't are very difficult to capture, and I wouldn't recommend going for them if you're being spawn trapped, which I actually don't think is a problem in Battlefield 4. I go back to Battlefield 3, and it seems like every single game either I'm getting spawn trapped or you know, me and Holy Apple and I are getting spawn trapped, or we're spawn trapping them. Most of the time it's us getting spawn trapped because we don't really care about the objectives anymore, and so but that's fine with us. We actually like getting spawn trapped because then we can just spawn in the boat if we are on the boat side, and if we're not, then it's a little bit more difficult. But we can just spawn on the boat side and then take out any copters that are trying to get us. But okay, so there's going to be a view of a hover tank here in a second, and it's a very short, like 1 second thing, but it's behind me here. Here it is right there. So the hover tanks on this map are actually really cool. I've only driven one once, and I gotta say, they're not as overpowered as you think. Just because, I mean, they don't move as quickly as a tank, I don't think. This map is Giants of Corellia, by the way, probably my second favorite for Conquest. But the tanks, the hover tanks, I think, are only on Operation Whiteout, and they're fun to use. But they don't move as fast as regular tanks would, and they don't do as much damage. I mean, you saw I was playing hardcore. I was already hurt really bad, and it didn't kill me, and he probably hit me very close to directly. It's just that splash damage isn't very powerful. Sorry about my aim right here, but I'm just using a sniper. This is the inside of the hangar on Hangar 21, by the way. This is Team Deathmatch. I've been using the SV98 a lot. Like right here, I'm using the 7x scope, but I just unlocked the 8x scope, which I love so much better because I hate the stupid arrows on the 7x scope. It's very difficult to aim, especially for headshots in my opinion, and I just love the 8x so much better. So as soon as I unlocked that the other day, I was like, oh hey, let's slap this on real quick, and ever since then I've just been using that, and it's so much fun. So the SV98 is kind of my go-to, and I've been playing lots of hardcore. This isn't hardcore, but I've been playing a lot of hardcore lately just because it's easier to snipe, and it's just fun. I like hardcore. It's a little bit more realistic, and it takes a little bit more skill than regular battlefielding. This next map here is Hammerhead, and this is definitely one of my favorites. I mean, of course, there's only 4 maps, so it's kind of hard to choose the least favorites. But like I said, Operation Whiteout I don't really like, but this is Hammerhead, and it also has this area right here, which is already collapsed, as you saw in the end of the last commentary. But I decided to snipe because I think this was actually team deathmatch inside another Harrier-like place. But in conclusion, I love all of these maps. I love the Final Stand DLC. I'm trying to unlock the Phantom Bow, but I haven't even started on any of the other assignments. But I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys.